In this video, I'll be sharing some Easter decor DIYs that are faith-based, and the name of this open playlist is Christ is Risen. For this DIY, I'm starting out with some of the red and white twine from Dollar Tree, and I've made a little tassel, and I'm stringing up some wood beads on there. This will be a bead garland, but not your typical spring color bead garland, because I wanted to do something different. The natural wood beads represent our flesh. The red beads represent the blood of Jesus. The white beads represent everything his blood touches is turned white as snow. This is a reference to an old primitive Baptist hymn that I heard many times growing up. And I'm going to be writing a little bit of one of those verses on this tag. This is actually 4 wood tags stacked together to get a thicker tag. These came from Beebeecraft, but I believe you can get these at Dollar Tree now. I painted each side with 1 coat of white acrylic paint from Apple Barrel. And then I'm just using a fine tip permanent marker and writing on one side, "What can wash away my sin?" On the other side, "Nothing but the blood of Jesus." And now it's all together. And there it is. I love this sentiment. Today's open playlist is being hosted by FAVI from Arrows DIY. She has a fantastic channel that's really blowing up. If you don't know who she is, please go check her out. I'll leave a link to her channel below, as well as a link to this playlist, where you'll see much more religious Easter decor DIYs. For this next DIY, I'm going to be using this little plaque sign from Dollar Tree that I picked up at Valentine's time. I'm just peeling off that paper on the front that says, "My love." And what I can't pick off or get off with my heat gun, I'm just going to sand it down so I have a smooth surface to paint and put a cricket decal on. Now, if you don't have a cricket and you don't have one of these signs, stick around, because the next DIY I'll show you how you can make your own version of this. I painted the boxes, I call them the boxes of the plaque, with white on the front and the sides. And then for the sides of that heart at the top, I'm going to use Apple Barrel acrylic paint in the color Pink Eraser. Now here's a collection of rulers that I picked up a couple of years ago at Goodwill for $1 for the whole bag. I was searching for 2 rulers that were identical. The only ones I could find that were exactly alike were these clear plastic ones. I'm going to be fashioning a cross out of these 2 rulers. One I left at 12 inches, the other I'm going to cut down to 7. And I'm using my miter box and saw for that. And to make the numbers on the rulers stand out more, I painted the backs of them with white chalk paint. Now I can put them together like so, and I'll be using my hot glue. Then I'll be attaching this to the back of that heart, just like that. Then I'm going to apply this cricket decal It's from the Bible verse Ephesians 3:19 that says, "Loved beyond measure." In the descriptions, I'll leave a list of what fonts I used with my Cricut for each of these DIYs. Since I put the "loved" on top of that glitter heart, it didn't want to stick very well, so I just went over the top of it with outdoor Mod Podge, and that did the trick. And here it is all put together. No greater love. Now to show you how you can make your own version of this. This appears to be one of those rulers like they sell in a 2-pack at Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is use some stickers, also from Dollar Tree. They have several different kinds. The ones I'm going to use are these little puffy stickers. And I'm going to write out right down the center of that ruler, "Loved beyond measure," again. And since I don't have a second ruler, I'm going to put a paint stir stick for the horizontal of the cross. And I'm using that miter box again, get a straight cut. And then I'll be attaching that to the back of this cross. To make this stand up, I'm going to use a couple of the tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. And in just a minute, I'll show you, there's a better view. I'll be gluing one on each of those 2 points that are touching the table. And there it is on a tray. And you could paint this any color you like. For this DIY, I'm taking one of these wood planks from Dollar Tree that comes 6 in a pack from Crafter's Square. And I'm going to paint all of the front side with the white Waverly chalk paint. And I just do 1 coat of that. And then I'll be using a decal made with my Cricut again. And I'll remind you that you can get stickers at Dollar Tree, so you can create your own, something similar. Here I had to reverse weed because the little letters were so wispy on this. And then I applied it to the plank. 1 cross plus 3 nails equals 4 given. You'll see at the final reveal at the end that I did add a little something extra to this plank afterwards. But for now, I'm going to frame that out just to add a little more interest. I'm hot gluing some popsicle sticks right on the edge of that plank. And I'll show you a close-up in just a minute. You see that popsicle stick's just laying right against the edge and drooping down to touch the table. Just gives another little extra dimension there. And I'll be putting some thin ribbon on that. This is ribbon that I got at Dollar Tree this year. It's in their Easter craft section. I'll just glue it right on top of those popsicle sticks. Now I'm going to singe the ends of that ribbon so it doesn't fray. And then I'm going to take some of these little stickers. They're kind of like a dark pink half pearl sticker. I'm going to put one in each corner of the plank and one in each corner of the ribbon frame that I made. I decided to add a little bow on that top right corner where the ribbon wasn't so pretty. And that made it so much better. And I just put the little half pearl in the center of that bow. In the final reveal, you'll see I didn't put anything on the back to make it stand up on its own. I just put it in a little Dollar Tree frame holder. I think it turned out so pretty. For my fifth and final DIY for this video, I'm taking a wooden cross on a stand from Dollar Tree. I'll be painting it with a mixture of these apple barrel paints, the color lime tree and white. I just wanted a super soft, almost minty color green here. And I painted the front of the cross, all those edges, and the stand that it's on. Now I had to put it on a book to get a decal to go on, and this is something else I did with my Cricut. I spelled out "It is finished" in purple vinyl. These colors look so pretty together. And I applied it right on the front of that cross there. And I'm going to use some of these stones that I got in a bag from Dollar Tree. I'm going to put some just around the bottom, kind of piled up. I picked out different sizes and colors and textures of stones. Now I will tell you, if you've got E6000, that would work best for this. I used Gorilla Hot Glue to attach them. They're staying on, but it's not a real sturdy hold. So yes, I would recommend E6000 for this, but it's such a great detail to add to this otherwise very plain, in my opinion, DIY. There it is on a tray. And coming up, I'll be showing you all of the DIYs that I've done today together in a grouping. Thank you for watching my video today. If you liked any of these projects, let me know by leaving a thumbs up. And if you have a favorite, comment below and tell me which one was your favorite. Remember to check out the playlist using the link I've left for you in the descriptions. And if you haven't visited FAVI's channel yet, go on over there, give her a holler, tell her Leah sent you. And until next time, bye-bye.